Once they closed the bridges and the throughways into the Bronx, it would look just like a concentration camp. It already resembles a makeshift reservation, and the only thing missing are the casinos with the valet parking. But I knew once they put this Starbucks on 125th Street, the rent would go up. That was the whole purpose of crack being pumped into the neighborhood. And it would pimp the misery of the working poor, and eventually Harlem would be a playground for the bourgeoisie. Then it would look just like Jamaica. It would look just like Puerto Rico. It would look like all those Caribbean islands where there's a resort that separate the have from the have-nots. And if anybody ever spoke about social injustice or racial equality, they would be classified as a nutcase, like me. But you remember Marcus Garvey. You remember when the cops took the plunge up the man's rectum and the media insisted that he was sexually assaulted. But the rectum is not a sex organ because it don't reproduce. What that is wordplay that plays on the patriotic passion of the average American with subliminal messages, and subconsciously we're taught to believe everybody named Muhammad is an enemy. Soon we'll teach our children that the solar eclipse and earthquakes are linked to terrorism. While we quoting verses in the Bible, we still sing the national anthem, and that's a contradiction. That's like having smoke detectors in a teepee and we pass around peace pipes, wonder why the alarm was going off. But you know the old saying, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And that's the point. Protocol has been the wrong side of the law. And New York City sometimes feel like the land of God. I come from nothing with nowhere to go, so what can the government take from me when I ain't got shit? I got a closet full of clothes, bad credit, and my big mouth is always getting me in trouble. But check it, even if I was walking backwards, it would be still considered a step in the right direction. I'm like a rapper living in a roach-infested tenement building. It's no bigger than the auction block. And the only way to get out this situation is to sell my soul to appease these critics that don't care about me. So what should I do? I stay, because this is not my life. This is just something I'm going through right now. It's my bad hair day. It's like those holistic black men who twist them like their hair as if that's a prerequisite just to date white girls from the village. And this is a hot city that's got me heated. It's like the steam urine that comes from the sewer, 7, pipe 11. Everybody got this misconception that the best things in life are free, but they don't walk like that and they don't screw like that. I mean, they don't walk like that and they don't talk like that. So ask me, who can screw you the best in a screwing contest? And I'll tell you, I got living paycheck to paycheck down to a science. I pay the rent first, the phone bill last, and everybody on my block has got the Jaygeeoh cable box. I'm from where they have bulletproof corner stores, and they never stop to take a breath. And you can even catch a contact from the gun smoke. I was born in a claustrophobic situation where the scent of roach spray still gets me homesick. It was 212 West 129th Street. That's where the needle skips on the family that broke the record for all the times the mice left holes in the loaf of the bread, while the roaches played dead like raisins and they were backstroking in my bowl of cereal. I had a good stomach back then. It wasn't the days of free sex. Good loving had a price, and cold chilling was an understatement. We were getting dressed up just to go to bed. We were wrapped under blankets and coats, and then you wake up sweating from the cries of an alley cat in heat. And then by the time you're 2 or 3, you're like numb to this noise. And if you move down south, the sinus will give you insomnia. And this all took place when Harlem was an armpit. It was right before gentrification gave it a facelift. That's when the middle class never came past 59th Street on the Uptown D train. And there was a seat. We sat around a lit cigarette, and that was our light and heat. And we were like survivors of lead paint poison and secondhand smoke. And it felt like we were serving time for killing time. We were counting pit bulls in our sleep. You might even see a blind man get into a fist fight for looking at somebody the wrong way. But I'm the ugly one. I'm maxed out to keep drying my socks in front of the stove with my underwear on the radiator, and I started saving all of my asthma pumps because I heard that we were worth a lot of money someday. And after all I said and done, if you thought that was deep, that's not deep. Deep is the way girls only see me check me out whenever they see me with another girl. So I started hanging out with lesbians. And we pick up chicks together. But then again, that's not even deep. Deep is the way this one dude asked me, what's the quickest way to get from here to Rikers Island? And I told him to take the D train to 34th Street and throw a brick through Macy's window.
Wow, that's deep.